Going in 10. 3, 2, 1, go!
Welcome back to our programming mini-series. This next one is called Salty.3. Bear with me.
New one.
This is a new one, so I'm reading it for the first time here. This is going to be double unders, then you're going to deadlift. 10 burpees over the bar, then you're going to clean. There are 6 rounds of this, and your barbell movement is going to go down in reps every round. So round 1 is going to be 18 deadlifts, 18 cleans. Round 2 will be 15, 15. Round 3 will be 12, 12. Round 4 will be 9, 9. 5 will be 6, 6. And 6 will be 3, 3. With that, every 2 rounds, you'll increase weight. Unpack this for us, guys.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. All right, so basics of this one. This one is going to be a longer one. We're going to have a 23-minute cap on this. We're expecting most people to be around that 20-ish minute mark. Unless you're really pushing it because it's a benchmark and you get capped, that's all right too. With this, we have all 3 of our modalities. We have the monostructural with the jump rope, we have the weightlifting with the deadlift and the clean, and then we have gymnastics technically with the burpee. You might feel a little monostructural there, but technically there. We have our 4 movements that we've gone through, and this is going to be a task priority, meaning that we have a given amount of work that we are doing 4 times with this piece. Those weightlifting movements kind of get on that moderate, maybe slightly heavy mark as you're adding weight over those rounds.
Yeah. Goal, stimulus, feel. Nobody's done this yet at this point, so this is a new one to us. I expect a big dose of fitness. So Salty.3. I was inspired personally to give my take on 26.3, which was an open workout in 2026. I thought initially I do think that workout would have complemented the open better if it would have been a deadlift and a clean rather than a clean into a thruster. And I thought it would have been more fun if the barbell would have been heavier in general. Then CrossFit gave us the quarterfinals in 2026, and 26.3 was double unders and deadlifts. And whether you did quarterfinals in 2026 or not, we programmed deadlift and dubs, and I really liked that pairing. So you basically have 2 couplets mixed into a quartet. You've got the dubs and deads that are complementary and fun to do together, and you've got the burpees and the cleans that are complementary and fun to do together. Longer, grindy, kind of just a slap in your face fitness. How fit are you? And the weight really shouldn't put you in your tracks, like stop you in your tracks, unless, like Samantha said, you're reaching for the ends of your limitations and you want to test yourself with the benchmark. But the weight should be moderate to heavy, but something that you can move when you're fatigued. So the time cap is on the generous side. I do think it will come into play for 50-ish% of our athletes, depending on how hard they're wanting to push themselves, and depending on, there's some skill in the double under, right? Depending on your efficiency with that movement. So I think a theme that you're going to notice with our benchmarks is they are mixed modal. They are CrossFit, right? They are often one of each of our modalities. Conditioning, gymnastics, weightlifting. This is no different than that. The monostructural term I want to take a second is a cyclical repetitive. So you get that in the jump rope, run, row, bike, ski. People will argue with the burpee. I think a burpee falls right in the middle because it is cyclical, it is repetitive, especially going lateral over the bar like we're doing in this one. However, gymnastics is identified as your body through space. So the burpee requires you to move your body up and off the ground like a push-up in space. So I think depending on the version of a burpee, they kind of coexist in both camps. So ways to scale this. Right off the top, double unders. If if you're not really proficient at that, bump that number down. The other thing that jumps off the page is the weight on the bar. We will have a 1.0, a 2.0, and that now a 3.0 version. 3.0 will be heavier to give our top athletes an extra challenge. So scale the dubs if you need to, use weights that are appropriate, but everybody's going to be making 2 increases regardless of how heavy you go. You're going to start reasonable, you're going to get a little heavier, you're going to get a little heavier. And yeah, the origins, like the Salty Swing came about from open. Programming is an art, it's a craft, and just like other artists get inspired by artists, so do we when we see a workout that's got popularity or esteem, like in the open or the games or quarterfinals. And so yeah, this is our take on those 26.3 tests, both open and quarterfinals.
I think it's absolutely rude.
Yeah,
But in a great way. Like, I think it's also gonna be really fun. I really enjoy all those movements. It's gonna be really, really tough, especially knowing how 26.3 and that doubles and deadlifts workout felt in quarters. They were both extremely difficult. So it's definitely gonna be hard. But I think I love the clean instead of the thruster, like the deadlift's clean rather than.
I do think it'll have a little less of that potency, of the redundancy of jump and pull, jump and pull, jump and pull really, really fast, because you're going to jump and pull and then you're going to burpee. You still got to jump, but it's way different. And then it's kind of a different pull. It's not so fast. So I do think it'll feel similar to both of those 0.3s, but it'll live in a different realm of those. So again, at this point, nobody's done it.
We haven't done it.
The time cap might be too aggressive. Who knows? But I do think we're pretty good at knowing what our people are capable of, and I think 20-ish minutes is a good target.
Yeah, on that note, with this, all I see is pacing. Like, that is all I see, especially that 18, 15, 12 is like, you go into it and you just like are moving nice and steady until you are adding weight at the very least, right?
Yeah.
And then even still, depending on how that weight feels for you, how those dubs are, it might be a requirement that you're still just moving nice and steady. But for me, I just see, okay, anytime I have 18 reps of something, like I'm not moving very fast. I'm just going at a consistent pace and planning on working for 20 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, 18 and 15 I think are definitely the trap. Because you probably could do those deadlifts unbroken and the cleans pretty quick, but that's probably not going to set you up very well in the later rounds. So one thing I want to talk about is maybe a little off topic, is just our decision with some of these 2.0 and 3.0. So a lot of the 2.0, 3.0 are going to start the same. So on this one, the weights start the exact same. The second phase of weights really aren't that different, but the third phase is really where it ramps up to, I don't know if reward our like top athletes that are strong enough, but more of like test to make it heavy enough for our strongest athletes. So it'll be fun. These 3.0s is a new twist to our benchmarks, and it'll be fun. Like, as I'm looking at it, most people, even the 3.0 ends how the 2.0 and 3.0 begin. So like everyone is going to taste the same bar, just at kind of different paths, and depending on their fitness level. So I see as the reps on the bar go down, you're going to be back to the burpee and the double under quicker than you want.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Like you're going to do 9 deadlifts and be like, oh man, I'm right back to the
again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
this
Well,
one's kind of nasty.
I'm excited.
kind of nasty. Let us know if you like it, and good luck. Have fun.